I have the honor to present the visionary mayor of the town of San Jose, Partido in Camarines Sur, Mayor Gerald Peña. And ang ganda ng ano niya, ang ganda ng vision niya about his town, and the Philippine Army is very appreciative of what he's doing and what he has done. Mayor, let's start your story about
Okay.
how you want peace.
Okay. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. I'm the local chief executive of San Jose Partido here in the 4th District of Camarines Sur. For those who have not yet familiar with my place, we are situated in the eastern seaboard of the country, facing the Lagunoy Gulf. So, out of the 10 towns, we are the only town na nasa plain kami. We don't have any other uh, forms of bodies of water na iba. We have rivers also. But we have one uh, what you call this? Meron kami nakahiwalay na barangay na yun yung aming timberland. This is part of the RCSP program also of the Philippine Army, NTF-LCAC. So, this year, we are one of the municipality na nakapag-conduct ng SIPs. So, malaking bagay ho sa amin yon. And nung first term ko din po, I don't know if I would like to announce it to everyone, tayo po napagkatiwalaan na maging harbor area ng almost 37 FRs. Dito po sa akin nag-surrender dito sa munisipyo. I harbored them for almost a week dito sa amin. So, yun po ang aking interaction with the Philippine Army. And with that, yun ang pati kong sinasabi, following the whole of nation approach. Kami kasi, kami yung repository, we are really the frontliners for services for the people. So, ang paniniwala ko, if we fail in delivering services to the people, we are giving the chance for propagandists na magkaroon sila ng rason para agawin sa atin yung tiwala ng tao. And yun ang chances, yun lang inaantay nila. So, as much as possible, lahat ng serbisyo namin is very accessible, pantay-pantay, walang magrereklamo. Well, in fact, dito sa municipality namin, we have our own dialysis center. We have our own diagnostics center na libre po lahat yun. We have a 24 hours ambulance service. 5 ambulance yan. They can call directly the driver without getting into any other bureaucracy. At ngayon po, naka-integrate po ang buong 29 barangays namin by installing the public address system na naka P2P. So lahat po ng announcement namin as far as Adjangao, naririnig kami simultaneously. And meron kami, kahit po the Philippine Army, we invited them to broadcast their advocacy. That's daily. So we have a daily prayer from 6, 12, and 6, the Angelus. So naririnig yon ng tao. So ang isa po sa sa tingin ko na sino-showcase namin dito na initiative namin for peace initiative is yung partnership namin ng DepEd and the Philippine Army, which we called the Classrooms for Peace. Apo. Kasi alam naman natin sa sitwasyon ngayon, nakakahiyang maging politiko. Apo. Aminin namin yon. Marami sa mga kababayan natin ang hindi na nagtitiwala sa atin. Ano po? So, sorry. Lost mo. Sir? Marami po ang nawawalan ng tiwala sa mga nasa gobyerno. So, itong initiative na ito po, naipakita natin as compared to, we not have nothing against the DPWH. For the contract price of the DPWH is 2.5 million pesos as compared to the 650,000 peso na classroom na may CR pa. So, nagagawa natin yon because the in charge of the constructions are our brothers from the 565th Engineering Battalion together with the supervision ng 83rd Battalion. Nakapagtatayo-tayo ng classroom with 1 CR in just 68 days. Tuloy-tuloy yun. And more than that, ang pinaka-importante, yung integration namin sa community. Mayroong participation. Kaya nga, ang unang tawag namin ito with the Philippine Army is community participation. And eventually, it became dubbed as the classrooms for peace. Kasi sa paniniwala namin, lahat ng lugar na malalagyan natin ng classroom na komportable, na in order to eradicate ignorance, we're already creating a chance for peace. And yung lahat ng mga possibilities ng pagkakataon sa mga propagandists sa kabila, mga kapatid natin sa labas na magkakataon silang gumawa ng propaganda, mawawala na kasi yung tao mismo, nararamdaman nila yung serbisyo ng ating gobyerno. Yun po ang isa sa tingin ko magandang highlight. And more than that, geographically, we're also blessed na andito kami sa Eastern Seaboard. Yung lugar na to na kung tawagin namin dati pa ng mga kapartner natin sa Philippine Army yung Metropolitan of the East. Kasi we are sharing the same Gulf with Catanduanes, Camarines Sur, Albay. Andito po lahat pwedeng ma-focus. While there is a conflict in the West Philippine Sea, buwelong-buwelo naman po tayo dito sa eastern side. And I cannot call it a coincidence, but during the World War II, the same municipality, the San Jose, we have a barangay that is called Telegrafo, and it has a sitio called Landing. It was been called since 1940s. My grandfather has been telling me the story about that one. Parating niyang kinikwento, yung sitio Landing. So, bakit po? Kasi dyan naglaland yung mga Tora-Tora planes ng mga Japanese forces. Meron lang daw silang ina-apply sa lupa na pinapatag. They can land there easily without cement whatsoever. But anong tawag dito? Para daw maiwasan na matrace ng kalaban. So they can land there na as if akala mo nandun lang sa gilid ng dagat. So ngayon po, moving forward, andito tayo sa sitwasyon natin ngayon. We have already achieved ang sa SIPS kasi sustainable and lasting peace. Now the challenge is how can we sustain it? So nagkakaroon lang naman ng issue about chaos, disorder. If there is no enough resources for people to partake,
To share.
that's the reality. Pag kulang ang resources natin, paghati-hatian, nagkakaroon doon ng infliction of greed, infliction of selfishness, saka yung moral values na bumababa, doon nagkakaroon ng problema ng gulo. So, in order for that to be addressed, yung locality namin, we have already created an initiative to create more foot traffic sa bayan namin. More foot traffic is equal to more economic activity, which is giving equal opportunity for people in terms of business, employment, and accessibility to general services and social services. So kaya nga po dyan din po nabuhay yung we have now an ongoing we are creating now, establishing a hospital, yung primary care facilities namin. Pero mas malaking hospital ang ilalagay namin dyan sa along the boulevard is yung Bali-inspired geriatric hospital. So, the main objective of that is to attract retirees, retired GIs from the States because they're looking for a place to settle their retirement. So, we're offering San Jose as their home in Partido. So, if you wanted to retire, you go here. The peace it's very peaceful. The accessibility for medicines, for healthcare, nandito, number one. We have the first-class diagnostic services. So, ang ginawa namin, yung concept namin na yan, yung Bali-inspired resort is para ka lang nagbabakasyon in front of the beach, but you are situated actually in a facility na may primary healthcare. Merong cath lab, may may MRI, everything na kailangan na hindi ka na kailangan pumunta ng Manila. In doing so, it is in partnership also with the fishermen. Kasi yung long stretch ng ng boulevard, yung shoreline natin, it's a 14 kilometers shoreline. Ginawa na natin siya sa ating land use plan as mixed tourism and housing zones. Wherein, alam naman natin, the most marginalized sectors of the society are the fishermen. They're the ones who provided us food every day. They're the one who give us the access to this one for transportation. Sila din. Lahat, pagkain, transportasyon, kagandahan. Pero sila yung mga walang disente at sariling bahay. So in order for that to integrate sustainability, yung iba nating mga FRs, we integrated them into pocket housing na nandoon sa malapit sa ospital, where their families can be employed as the caregivers of that hospital. So when they're caregivers of that hospital, they have now the opportunity and access for their amortizations for the Social Housing Finance Corporation, because I'm very biased with the program of the government, even though for the armed forces, if I'm given the chance to explain this to top management, I will push for the social housing finance, not the NSA free housing. I'm not for the free housing. Kasi I'm for the social housing finance because it entails sustainability. Kasi mayroon pong karampatang kontribusyon yung beneficiary kaysa binibigyan mo lang siya ng libre na wala siyang choice sa kanyang titira na bahay. But this one, for social housing finance model, they have the choice sa pagpili ng tema ng kanilang bahay, estilo. And they have their sense of ownership because they're paying that 1,000 pesos to 1,500 or even less if the LGU will participate to subsidize the cost of the land. Mostly, the fund for the social housing finance will go to the construction of their desired design for houses. So in doing so, there's an integration already. The sustainability of the provisions of livelihood, nandun sa ospital, nagtatrabaho sila, and the same families are continuing to do their usual chores in the morning, na nangingisda pa rin sila. But ngayon, mas masaya silang bumabalik kasi meron silang disenteng bahay. They can provide us food. They will take care of the nature. They will take care of the environment. Kasi yun ang ating pagtuturo. Rooted on my pillars of governance. Dalawa lang po ang pinaniniwalaan ko pong pillars of governance, which is I call my faith in governance. One, we must focus, concentrate, take care of our environment and natural resources. Two, we must love, take care, and protect the human resources. Yung ginagawa natin ngayon. And in doing so, that two aspect boils down only to coexistence. That is, coexistence is equal to sustainability. Pag nawawala yung isang sektor doon sa first pillar at nawawala yung isang sektor sa second pillar, ginachap mo yung cycle ng sustainability. So parehas po sa larangan ng peace and order. It is part of the 11 basic needs of man, which is ngayon 13 basic needs na. Dinagdagan na natin ng peace and order and security and the information and communications and technology, because we can never deny that we are already leading to the smart and AI-ready community. It is, as I've said, AI is very important and smart community, but it should not replace the human intelligence. So what differs human intelligence is the heart. Also, meron tayong puso. Kaya nga naisipan natin na bigyan natin ng focus yung peace. Kasi tayo nakakaramdam nun eh. It's very expensive to achieve peace. But as long as we achieve this with one common goal to stabilize all the resources, stabilize the opportunity equally for each one, sa tingin ko, we will achieve. And hindi siya imposible. Abot kamay na lang natin yun. Lahat ng bagay.
Kasi katulad nyo, Mayor, I mean, you're really transforming your town, and luckily kasi napaka-geographically centered yung iyong town sa Lagonoy Gulf na if you just position it very well, like what you're doing now with the Bali-inspired geriatric hospital, might just really attract the right kinds of people din to come here. Kasi as I find it very ano serene and pleasant yung pagpasok dito eh. And yung nga, we are celebrating na kasi yung efforts na okay, pwede na.
Yes.
Kasi before, hindi natin pwedeng sabihin yun eh, Mayor,
Ah,
di ba?
ah.
Na, because your place and some, neighboring towns were hotbeds of insurgency before. Pero ngayon, with your efforts and the efforts of the Philippine Army, pwede na.
Pwede na.
Has it changed? I mean, Mayor, do you think, of course, the challenge is still sustaining the peace and the pace of development. Pero how confident are you, Mayor, na this is a trajectory na irreversible na?
I think I'm very confident. With the projection of by year 2028, the Philippine Army should focus on external security. Sa tingin ko, ito na yan eh.
Mm.
Kasi what we are encountering right now is the internal conflicts, mga petty crimes, and most petty crimes, alam naman natin ang punot dulo nun eh. Kaya nga dito, yung programa namin, maliban dun sa pagpapatupad namin ng batas, we are complementing them with moral values. Kasi parati kong sinasabi ito eh, yung tao pag makataas ang moral, gutumin mo man yan, hindi yan magnanakaw. Pero yung tao na mababa, yung karakter, yung moralidad niya, andyan na sa kanya lahat. Pag nagkaroon pa ng pagkakataon magnanakaw pa rin yan. That makes the difference. So andito na tayo. So with the presence of the Philippine Army, I think it's high time na ma-realize natin that really the armed forces now will focus on the sovereignty of our land. Na kasi kung i-imaginein mo lang we have more than 7,000 islands. So the foreign enemy has 7,000 opportunities to invade our sovereignty, ang lupa natin. And they can do that not physically, they can do that wirelessly, they can do that digitally. So mga ganong, because of our being archipelagic na nation, we are also prone for invasion na hindi naman katulad ng dati. So kaming local government, we should focus now on the internal peace. Police power, mga petty crimes, doon na kami focus.
Pero ngayon, Mayor, I think buti nga sinound off nyo na yung vulnerability ng area na ito to possible foreign aggressive actions. Because this area really, the Eastern Seaboard, ito pa yung hindi pa masyadong napapansin. Pero I mean, the Japanese landed on this side in World War II. Sabi nyo nga, yung Sitio landing was a Tora Tora airfield in World War II. Let's not repeat the same mistake. Parang ganun, Mayor, di ba?
And I forgot, Barangay Telegrafo comes from the word telegraphic transfer. Because formerly before, during the World War era, in Telegrafo, there is a telegraphic installation, communications of the Japanese.
Of the Japanese.
That's why our grandfathers call it telegrafo, coming from the word telegraphic. They have installed a transmitting instrument there. Because if you would check the map from the Lagonoy Gulf, northeast is Japan already. Southeast is Papua New Guinea, Borneo, part of the Pacific. But northeast is directly coming straightly from Japan. So, nakita mo yung
Kasi Mayor, I visited the 83rd Infantry Battalion and pinapag-aralan namin yung mapa. Sabi ko, by instinct, sabi ko, itong side na ito is something that needs more attention from our military planners.
and if I would like to design a defense mode for San Jose, we are the frontliners. So I have a backup logistical support from Goa, which can provide me food, harboring, and everything. Sangay and the other support group. Maganda yung lugar eh, yung pagkakaposisyon niya. So,
Mayor, may we hear your vision about that airport that you want to propose?
okay. That airport, somehow in way back 2013, nagkaroon siya ng controversy. Some people would like to connect that politically. But in reality, that airport is a product of science and engineering. According to the aviation architects, dalawa ang pinakamahirap na aspeto sa pagtatayo ng airport. Environmental factor and the geographical factor. Okay. In the theories of avionics, lahat naman tayo naglalaro ng saranggola. For the theories of avionics, to ascend and descend, kailangan natin ng hangin or wind na it's against the aircraft. So pag nagpapalipad tayo, kailangan salubong tayo sa hangin. So we are so blessed that San Jose is situated na meron lang isang direksyon ng hangin na galing sa eastern part, pasalubong. So it's very perfect to glide for an aircraft para magmasok doon. And well, in fact, hindi siguro naging aksidente kung bakit doon din naglaland yung mga aircraft ng mga Japanese noon. Kasi it's easy for them to glide, to ascend and descend. At saka, ngayon na nagkakaroon tayo ng problema, we are trying to propose this as a solution to the Region 5. Kasi we're not just proposing this for the benefit of San Jose, but we're proposing this for the benefit of our region. Where in fact, kailangan pa namin ng 3 pang airport. Saan yon? Bacon, Sorsogon, and Bagasbas, Camarines Norte. Kasi po, yung ibang region po, like in Visayas, Davao, Cebu, marami silang airport. Yung accessibility. The more that we have more access to, in terms of pandemic, in terms of any man-made or natural calamities, marami tayong pagpipilian for our mobility. and also, my take on that airport is that investments will come in because the investors now can check their investments in a matter of hours. 2 hours, 3 hours maximum. Kasi sa Bicol, yun ang paniniwala ko. Bakit mababang investment? Who would like to invest here that he would travel 10 hours by land and pupunta ka sa BIA airport, napakalayo. So BIA will be there. It will complement to Naga, to the airport. Actually, we're not trying to compete with Naga. It should complement. The BIA, the San Jose, and the Naga airport, it will complement for the propulsion of the economy of this region. Hindi lang San Jose po. Yung impact nito. Kaya sabi ko nga, it's a product of science and engineering. Hindi ito politically motivated. It so happened that nandito lang po ito sa bayan ko. And ito ang pinapros. If there are any other place na pwede nating diskubrihin, we are very much willing to support that. But as of now, given the situation that it is in the eastern seaboard, it is very strategic to establish such airport wherein considering the external conflicts possibly, we still have a haven or remaining strong point in the eastern side. Meron tayong pagpupuntahan na makapag-mobilize tayo as compared to meron tayong conflict sa western side ng Philippines. Ito yon. Ito yon ang pinaka-importante.
If the Japanese of World War II use this for their military operations, they must have evaluated it very, very well to establish such in your town, Mayor.
Opo. Kasi ano po yan the runway can be extended up to 3.2 kilometers, more than enough to host a cargo aircraft. So, maganda po yan. It's a multipurpose for cargo, for investment purposes, and for domestic travel or even foreign travels. So, and also for the purpose of securing our land sa atin.
In closing, Mayor, can I ask for a message to your fellow local chief executives whose areas have not been declared as sa SIPs yet? Na what can they do to achieve that status then?
Okay, to my fellow mayors and local chief executive, I know we have different kinds of initiatives, and we have our own expertise. Considering we are situated in different geography, may kanya-kanya tayong specialization. But at the end of the day, we have only one nation to love and to protect. So, kung gagawa ka ng bagay na makakapag-contribute nationally is through this initiative. Kasi we can never talk about investments. We can never talk about economic propulsion kung magulo ang bansa natin. So, sino mag-invest sa atin kung magulo ang bansa natin? Who would bring their money here if alam ng mga investors na magulo dyan? So, yun ang pinaka-importante muna. Because the role of the LGU is to make the environment conducive for businesses. It's not our role to do business. It's our role to make the businessmen feel that they are secured. It's our role for the citizens to feel that they are secure so that they can work well. It's the role of the government to make an environment very conducive for businesses at saka sa investment natin. So, alam naman natin po na we have our own liga. May kanya-kanya kami. Walang bayan na nahuhuli. Walang bayan na mas nakakahigit. Ang paniniwala ko po, bawat isa sa amin, may kanya-kanya kaming advantage. We have our own peculiar advantage na pwede namin ma-contribute sa bawat isa. Ang ibig sabihin nun, kami-kaming mga mayors, we should interdepend on each other. Ano ba ang bagay na mayroon sa akin na pwede kong ikakontribute sa pangkalahatan? And alam ko naman may mga bagay din na wala sa akin na pwede kong makuha sa iba. And with that simple gesture of interdependence, actually, sublimely, we're already achieving again an internal peace within the leadership in the locality. So in doing so, siguro matutuwa naman ng ating nasa taas natin na makita niya yung kanyang mga small units of governance na nagkakaisa at nagkakaroon ng integration. Meaning to say, mas smooth, mas orderly, mas maganda ang resulta. We're sharing the same thoughts, we're sharing best practices, with also supporting each other or inequities. Kung anong mga pagkukulang namin, pwede natin makuha sa ibang lugar. So in doing so, mas lalo nating mapapatibay yung bansa natin. Kasi hindi naman to, it's actually not about our own municipalities, but it's actually for our country. Ano bang mai-contribute natin sa ating bansa? Yun lang po.
Mayor Gerald Peña, the visionary leader of San Jose Partido here in Camarines Sur. Thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you very much po.